Hello. Welcome, everybody. Can you hear me all? Yes. Good. Welcome to our grand Civic Cultures conference. It's an absolute pleasure to see you all here today. We started out with a rather humble idea of doing a small conference on civic cultures around our esteemed Emeritus Professor Peter Dahlgren. And the response was overwhelming, and it's become this fabulous, amazing, jammed West End spectacular of a day. And that's all thanks to you and your interest in the idea of civic cultures and your connections with Peter's work. So thank you so much for making it much more than we could ever have imagined. Let me just say a few words about civic cultures, and then a couple of little housekeeping points before we move straight on into our first keynote of the day. So, civic cultures, examples of the interaction and engagement on behalf of citizens that are preconditions of the public sphere. And to quote Peter Dahlgren from his book, here we have the idea of the public sphere referring of course, to Habermas's work, and that the media can offer unconstrained access to information on a wide range of views and encourage discussion amongst citizens as a foundation for political opinion formation. And I think Dahlgren proposes civic cultures, for me, as stepping stones towards democratic ideals. And Tobias Olsson, who sends his regards today but can't be here, he says, the idea of civic cultures is an important contribution to classical debates within the social sciences. It's a vital contribution to theories of the public sphere. He says, it also asks us to reconfigure established understandings of political communication. It further highlights the important part played by media in general and new digital media in particular in creating citizens and citizenship. And I think, as Nick Holdry nicely points out on the back of Peter's book, Media and Political Engagement, the idea of civic cultures encapsulates the multiple cultural and social roots of political participation and establishes an essential foundation for sharper debate across media studies, political science and political theory on media's complex but fertile contribution to the life of democracy. I want to leave you with, again, a direct quote from Peter's work, where he talks about the civic cultures and the integrated circuits, and that's a key theme of today, these integrated circuits of civic cultures. So he talks about the civic cultures are important in facilitating engagement in the broad domain of what we might term the politically relevant, in creating a climate that is conducive to citizen participation and in the shaping of society's political life, and in fostering fluid communicative borders between politics and non-politics. And I love that phrase, the fluid communicative borders between politics and non-politics. We have three broad research questions that we're asking today. How is the political embedded within culture and society? In what ways can cultural and social practices open up understanding of political engagement and disengagement? And finally, we ask, how does the idea of civic cultures connect with critical social and cultural theory and other kinds of theories that you'll bring in today? So our objective is to learn more about these social, cultural, political practices and how they shape us and our lives. So I very much hope for a rich and enlightening set of discussions and debates today. A little bit of housekeeping. I'm going to run a tight ship. We are going to make it through this fabulous day on time, and you are going to help me do that by being fabulous participants, listening to me when I say we're starting now, and when I say there's a teeny tiny break for you to run out and do things you may need to do. That does mean a small break.